classroom. All they had was a word from the mouth of a man. Come on, tell them. It was a word from the mouth of a man. That's all they had. Joshua he wasn't 20 feet tall. He was just a man. Instruction. And they obeyed that simple word that had no logic to it. It had no logic to it, but they simply obeyed that word. I want to tell us today that you're never going to get God's best until you can obey a word from a man that has no logic. I said, we will never get God's best until we can obey a word from a man that has no logic to it. Will you tell your neighbor, please don't hold us up? We're trying to get to somewhere that's thriving. It's going to take obeying a word from a man that has no logic to it. Yes. That's just how God has always worked. If God worked in a normal way, you couldn't tell it was God. See how y'all looking down at me? I'm trying to get you somewhere. I said, if God did things in normal ways, then you couldn't tell God did it. So he always does things that has no logic to it. So you can't say this plus this naturally equal that. That's how he works. Amen? All right. So I want to teach this. We're dealing with empower to thrive. And look at Proverbs chapter 18. Proverbs chapter 18. And who knows what verse I'm going to? Who said 16? Thank you, Moffett. Come to the front of the class. Come on. Seriously, come on to the front of the class. Come to the front of the class. Amen. Lamb, trade places with Moffett. No, I'm just kidding. Just move over there. Stay with Moffett. Stay with Moffett. Moffett, thank you so very much. You came to the front of the class today. Out of all of us here, you're the only one that said verse 16. Amen. Amen. Thank you so much. Amen. Amen. Chapter 18. You got 13 up there. The chapter is 18. Do we have it? Read it out loud, please. right? A person's gift makes room for them and brings them before great men. Amen. Amen. Tell your neighbor that's your it factor. Amen. That's your it factor. And I want to teach today. I want to teach today about the empowered it factor. Come on, the empowered it factor. Maybe seated right where you are. A quick review. Everyone here should understand that when God created you, he created you to have a gift. Stay with me now because this is a review and I don't want to take long on this. The moment you know how to say something, I know you got it. Amen. I don't want to slow down here, but we at least have to agree on these fundamentals. That every person alive has been given a gift. Okay? And we need to acknowledge the fact that we possess gifts. I need to acknowledge. You need to acknowledge I have gifts. Amen. Amen. I have to acknowledge that because not to acknowledge it means that I'm charged